What is up, my friends? Welcome to Friday's episode, Craft of Fatherhood podcast. This is your guide, Net Shout. I believe our role as fathers has the power to change the world simply by knowing who we are and embracing the adventure. And I'm laughing already. It is currently Wednesday. I'm recording this, and my son and I are supposed to be working on this project. And I literally just went to pee and look in the mirror and say, dude, it is okay that you're saying no to him for his friend to come over and that he's irritated at you right now. Like, I literally had to talk myself off to go, he gets to do a lot, and there are important things that you want to do with him. So that means that there are things that are going to be said no to. Now, one of my personal problems is, like, I want my kids to be happy with me, but if I want to be a great dad, that's just not going to be the case. That's not going to be the case. And the reality is, as a man, I'm not like, every second of my day isn't unicorns and rainbows. And so if I set that expectation up for my kid, I'm setting them up for failure. So as we sit here, as I'm on episode 500 and something, I am still talking to myself and coaching myself through being a dad, and sometimes doing well and sometimes not. So right now in this moment, I feel like, okay, I said, no, we're going to do this. We're going to go work on this office. We're going to go build a couple walls. It's important. But then an hour and a half ago, we got into it a little bit about something else. And so I didn't do so well then. But anyways, here we are, real day, real life. Week 4 of what is sacred. I'm going to be quick on this one. We'll see. But what is sacred? Our world is in desperate need to just recognize that there are things that need to be respected, honored, and that matter. We've been talking about your body, your home. Mom needs to be respected. Dad needs to be respected. And here, this is what I want you to consider. Again, you can get frustrated about what's going on outside in the world, but don't get so caught up in that, because you really don't have a ton of control over that, but you do have a high level of influence inside your home. So there, you're right. I didn't say control in your home. You have a high level of influence in your home. You have a massive, the thing you can control is yourself. So you as the father, you as the one dying to your selfishness for the sake of your family, you can. Now, I've talked about this, Galatians in the New Testament, Galatians 5 talks about the fruit of the Spirit. And one of the fruits, you got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control. Are you kidding me? Right there, you have self-control. Now, with your self-control, the way that you control yourself will have influence in your home. Now, there's going to be moments like earlier, I raised my voice. I'm not stoked on it. But now I'm coaching myself in the bathroom mirror going, okay, Ned, this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to have him work. We're going to do this. So what is sacred? There's 2 things I want you to think this week of what is sacred, and they work together. Words are sacred and thoughts are sacred. Now, if we lean into that in self-control, those are 2 things that you and I have the ability to control, and we can teach our kids that they can control those things. Now, in our day and age, we want to act like words don't matter. Words don't matter. Words don't matter. They do matter. They do matter. Words carry weight. Words create life. Words create chaos. Words create, right? I don't know who said this, but things are created twice. First in your mind through a thought, and then with your words, your hands, your actions, right? You create it in your mind, and then you go create it in the world. Talking about words and thoughts as sacred is important, meaning that it needs to be respected. Like, what am I thinking about? Which a great book that I'm reading right now with my team is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Really good, thinking about the mind as the garden. The mind is like a mental dojo of learning to consider and think about your thoughts and decide on what you are going to spend time thinking about or not thinking about. Then our words are really a reflection of that. So in your home, are you setting a standard around, are you yourself controlling your words and your thoughts? Starts with you, my friend. Consider those things sacred. It is a gift to be able to think. It's a gift. Respect it. It is a gift to be able to speak. It is a gift. I can go terrorize my house with my words, or I can create the most peaceful, loving, still messy, beautiful place with my words. There's flipping power there. So where you can see something that has massive power, you got to go, whoo, this needs to be honored, respected. This is sacred. Our words and our thoughts are sacred. Communicate that to your kiddos. All right, my dudes, if this is helpful, please write a review. Help spread the word that fatherhood matters. And then I meant to give this tip. I want to give this tip. As it relates to like what we're putting into our eyes is something I always do if I'm going to watch a movie with my family, is go read the parents' IMDb. So if you just download the app IMDb, it just kind of gives you everything on like a movie, who the actors are, what the ratings are, blah, blah, blah. But if you go look at the parents section, it will actually break down, this is how many times it says this word, this is what happens here, this is what's in this scene, you see the top of a buttocks, whatever. But it's so helpful so that I'm not caught off guard and frustrated and shut the movie off for the family. So just random tip I want to share with you. All right, dudes, remember who you are. You are a father that matters. You matter together. Let's rebel against the view that fatherhood has little impact and create lives engaged in mastering the craft of fatherhood. Much love to you, my brothers. Together we're changing the world. I look forward to hanging out with you next week.